Thank God. I think you're still 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have another meeting, yeah? After this, yeah?
At 9. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Do you have another meeting, yeah?
Yeah, 9:30.
Okay. I hope you can join with us until the Sarah Huddle finish.
Sorry, switching cameras.
Yes. Hai Pak Romeo. Hai Pak Romeo. Lagi di jalan, Pak.
Halo Pedi. Halo semua. Sorry sambil di jalan, Pak. Sehat-sehat selalu.
Yeah. I'm chatting with Pak Ivan. So dia stuck in the car ya. Sebentar lagi sampai di rumah. Hai. Olivia.
Nulis boleh ya.
Hai Olivia.
Udah, sorry aku udah ada meeting lagi gitu.
Lampu merah harus berhenti. Saya mau cepat-cepat. Dikekang saya.
Untuk teman-teman semua yang sedang bergabung, boleh diberikan nama. Contoh ada yang memberikan nama iPhone gitu. Kalau boleh diganti supaya kita bisa kenal atau pas bertanya mungkin bisa kita sebutkan. Hai Pak Roland. Pak Roland dari mana Pak?
Halo Pak.
Ya Pak.
Ya, saya member Impact juga. Saya paten konsultan.
Di Jakarta atau di mana?
Di Jakarta Pak.
Oh di
Jakarta. Jakarta.
Bikin apa Pak? Bikin startup juga
paten konsultan. Kenapa?
Membangun startup juga.
Ya, lagi usaha bisnis makanan lah.
Oh gitu. Oke. Ya, selamat bergabung Pak. Hey Melani. Wah, tumben nih Melani.
Selamat malam Pak. Selamat malam semua.
Hai. Lagi di mana nih?
Ini lagi ngopi Pak.
Lagi ngopi.
Lagi ngopi
di Jakarta atau di Jakarta
di sebuah tempat di ruang sunyi Pak.
Wah ini dirahasiakan ini sebenarnya ya, makanya nggak dikasih tahu nih. Bukan di Jakarta, bukan di mana ini kayaknya. Oke, kita tunggu sebentar ya, karena ada Pak Ivan ini juga lagi kejebak macet sedikit, tapi udah dekat rumah kok dia. Wah, Yosa sudah green screen-nya udah sampai nih, Sa.
Baru tiba tadi. Kemarin saya pesan ini dari online biasa, cuma ini baru nyala laptop, kalau HP tidak bisa detect green screen. Kemarin nggak pakai green screen, malah muka saya yang jadi ini, yang ketutup. Sambil nyalain laptop dulu. Ini Jakarta lagi ini ya, lagi pada hujan. Saya tadi benar-benar kejebak macet parah, hujan deras. Wah, itu selokan dekat rumah itu deras banget itu, kalau taruh kaki hanyut itu.
Iya, iya.
Halo, selamat malam. Ya, selamat malam Bu Holly, selamat malam Melani, selamat malam Pak Roland.
Selamat malam Pak Yasa.
Morning, Mr. Pauli, morning at your place. Malam Pak Kris, malam Bu Septis, malam Mas Yudi, malam Pak Antoni, Bu Felicia, malam semuanya. Banyak sekali. Malam Olive. Ini ada rekan saya juga, Ignas, rekan dari mahasiswa Toraja.
Hai Yosa.
Masih di kantor nih, Farah? Atau di sebelah-sebelahan sama Melanie?
Nah, Melani nih lokasinya tidak terdeteksi sih Pak. Soalnya saya lagi mencari dia di mana.
Oh, pantes. Pantes dia nggak mau ngasih tahu.
Saya lagi di sekre PMI Pak.
Oke.
Iya.
Here's Pak Ivan, already joined with us. And since Startup Huddle is a community event for community, so we focus with the presenter, and as usual, it will be late, maybe, yeah, because sholat or do things in Lebat, in puasa. Okay. 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 Maybe we can start to open this event. Yeah, Pak Ivan. Hi, Pak Ivan.
Hello,
Nice to meet you, Pak.
Yeah, sure.
And already here, Pak Christian, still in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, and also Pauli already joined. Okay, maybe I can start to open this Startup Huddle. Okay. Good night, everyone. Welcome to Startup Huddle Jakarta. So today we are lucky that we can have this moment, and thank you for all friends, member community, and also thank you to Pak Ivan from Gen Indonesia that always support Startup Huddle Jakarta from day one until now. This is the 5th event, ya Pak. First event is 2020 November. And also welcome Pak Christian Siboro. So always help us as a mentor at ImpactNet Startup in the School. And Pak Chris is also a commissaries from perusahaan gas negara. And also our manager, Pauli from Startup Huddle headquarter. And thank you for ImpactNet to provide the Zoom event this night. And thank you also to our sponsor, Indogen Capital, Kadin, and Gen, and Kukelola. So first of all, allow me to ask, is anyone here at Startup Huddle for the first time? Maybe you can open mic or give us. Yes. Farah, this is the first time, yeah? Okay.
Yes, Kak Adi, this is my first time in Startup Huddle.
Okay. Welcome, Farah, and welcome all. Okay. For those of you maybe first time, but too shy to tell us about your first time. So first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Edwi Harja. I'm a founder of Impactner Startup Business School, and I'm one of the community organizer for Startup Huddle Jakarta. And this is my team, Yosafat, guy with the green screen, who helped me running this event from Zoom platform. Okay, now I want to introduce Mr. Paul Suci from Startup Huddle headquarters. Also, his position now is manager for Startup Program, Global Entrepreneurship Network. And we invite Paulie to tell us more about Startup Huddle program. But before Paulie speak, allow me to introduce a little bit about Paulie. Paulie is the manager for Startup Program at the Global Entrepreneurship Network, where he is responsible for running and growing key startup and investor program. In support of Jen, Paulie has been organizing Global Entrepreneurship Week activity in Ohio since 2017. Under his leadership, the annual celebration has attracted north of 150 speakers and 4,000 attendees and 50 partner organizations. He is also the co-host of Creating Morning Cleveland and the Black Entrepreneurship Summit. And Paulie is a partner at BioFlights VR, a virtual reality healthcare education company that using immersive technology to democratize healthcare education. The company has launched product with Facebook, Optus, Ohio Medicaid, Case Western Reserve University, and others, and has presented at CIS and GDX. So that is a little bit about Paulie short bio. Now I welcome you, Paulie, and the mic is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know Jen, we operate a suite of programs and services to focus on building startup communities and supporting entrepreneurs. And Startup Huddle is one of those programs. We get community organizers from around the world to host weekly or monthly programs where you bring together entrepreneurs and the community helps them solve problems. It's really just about building that trust and that space where entrepreneurs can come in a community and be able to talk to everyone to find ways that they can solve their problems. And that's what we're doing. But Ivan is one of the Gen MDs that we have for our host countries, and he's supporting Gen Indonesia. So it's a really awesome opportunity to be here because you guys are building a really awesome community. You guys are supporting entrepreneurs in so many ways, and it's an honor to be a part of that. And if anyone has any other questions about Gen, I'm always here to help. You know, we're trying to get this program off the ground, and you know, I hope it's something that we continue to help grow. I'm excited about that. So thank you for that, Eddie. And beyond that, I just hope we can see a lot of awesome startups And I hope you guys get a lot of businesses off the ground, and you are able to support people in their effort to grow and expand their business. So with that being said, I'll turn it over to the next person.
Okay, thank you, Folly. And in this event, I also allow Pak Ivan to share a little bit about Gen Indonesia, Pak Ivan.
All right. Thank you, Paidi. So just very briefly, because everybody who wish to know more about Gen Indonesia in detail, you can always contact me separately. But just to give you an idea that Gen Indonesia is part of the Gen Global. We're one of the Gen affiliate in Indonesia that has been around for over 10 years now in Indonesia. So we are a nonprofit organization. We're supporting local entrepreneurs as well as the entire local ecosystem. So Gen Indonesia works closely with all the ecosystem shareholders, the government, the academia, certainly the business community, including the entrepreneurs and the startups and the investors. And lastly, also with the ecosystem supporters, such as other organizations, foundations, co-working spaces, those who are actually having anything to do with entrepreneurs and the local entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Indonesia. Main reason is simply because Gen Indonesia is not trying to create anything new in terms of programs or activities, but we are just basically trying to stitch existing programs together to generate a much bigger impact to reach much bigger, wider audience in general. So, of course, Gen Indonesia is based in Jakarta, but we are working with entrepreneurs across the entire archipelago from Aceh to Papua. And we work with various different communities, not only young entrepreneurs, mature entrepreneurs, even students, also communities, various other communities that are certainly often marginalized and do not get the chances to get some help from anybody. And lastly, I also want to say that Gen Indonesia is currently under the patron of the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Kadin. And we are one of the vehicles of Kadin, basically, that helps local entrepreneurs to go to the next level to scale their business. Thank you, Eddie.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ivan. And Pak Chris, can you tell us about why you're excited to help startup? I know that you're very, very busy, and but you still, I know Pak Chris is very support all the startup movement, yeah. So, Pak Christian, can you tell me why you're so excited to help startup? Hi, Pak Christian.
Thank you, Pak Edi. I'm sorry that I do not open the video because I'm in the middle of a journey to my home, going back to home. thank you, Pak Edi, for inviting me to this Startup Huddle event. I'm very grateful to be able to support your program because I'm very eager to support any entrepreneurs or startup founders to develop their business, because one of my passion is to uh, to provide any support that I can do to coach or to support mentoring or to provide advice to any individual who want to build their journey for developing business as a founder or as a entrepreneur. So I'm looking forward to hear what MomWork will do in their business. I'm looking forward to have a discussion or sharing session and provide advice if it is can be beneficial for MomWork to success in his business, in her business. So thank you, Pak Edi, to invite me. If anything I can do, I will support Pak Edi, because back in our time before, we have a exciting journey together in the startup school in the Founders Institute. So I always remember that good old times, having a very tough
tough journey, Pak.
Very tough session during our Founders Institute program.
Yes.
I think that's from me now. I'm looking forward to hear from Holly about her business. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Christian. Thank you so much, Pak Christian and Pak Ivan and Polly. And little bit about Startup Huddle. Yeah, allow me to share quick info about Startup Huddle. So Startup Huddle Jakarta is Startup Huddle is a program that was started by the Global Entrepreneurship Network. Now there are approximately 50 communities around the world in the more than 30 countries that hold Startup Huddle event. The idea is that if we, as a local entrepreneurial community, have Startup Huddle, the entrepreneur in our local community will benefit from the shared knowledge we all bring and give to each other. And I'm glad you are here, and I hope you will come back again next time to our next Startup Huddle. So if you like to see the upcoming speaker or previous presenter, you can go to our website or Sosmed, Instagram and YouTube. We store it at the Impact Nerd YouTube channel. And also, if you would like to post on social media about the event or see what others are saying, you can use the hashtag Startup Huddle and Startup Huddle Jakarta. Okay, now let me welcome our presenter, Bu Holly C. And this is a little story about her. Holly C was graduated from Ritsumeikan, Asia Pacific University. And her major is international business, trade, and tax law. Before she founded MomWork on August 2020, she was CEO of PT Koda Pangan Sejahtera on September 2019 until August 2020. And as the first child, she had to help her parents' company. since sixth grade. Wow, sixth grade. In her high school days. Awesome. She started her own small business by selling items to her schoolmates. Wow, entrepreneurial is in your blood. Okay, now it's your time to start present your business idea. And let me remind you again, your time is only 6 minutes and Yosa will help as timekeeper. Okay, the time is yours. Okay, Bu Holly. Still mute.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Hello everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Polly. Good evening, everyone. I'm Holisi from Indonesia, CEO and founder of MomWork. MomWork is a my audio is okay? Can you hear my voice well?
Yes, yes, I can hear your voice.
So MomWork is a MomWork is a community-based platform that will empower, educate, and also elevate mom to become mompreneur by creating micro cloud kitchen at home. So let me introduce you to Maya. Maya, as a stay-at-home mom, she never have any opportunity to work outside because she always busy with the work at home and also her children. Until one day, she realized that she needs additional income to support her family financially. So this is what we always face in Indonesia. We have a very high women unemployment rate in 2017 until now in 2020. It reached approximately 4.7%, which reached 12 million persons. And on the other side, we also have a very low number of entrepreneurs. If we compare it with US and Japan, we only have 3.1%, which is only 8 million. So we are thinking about how to find a solution for this problem. So MomWork will collaborate with moms and the kitchen to create micro cloud kitchen at home. On the other side, MomWork also will collaborate with food merchants to provide with ready-to-cook products so mom can run the business easily. So this is a use case. We have Herlina from Depok, a single mom of two. Her husband passed away several months ago. Eva from Jakarta is a single mom of four. She was fired from her previous job. So with the existing kitchen at home, we are going to provide the product and they're ready to sell the product within only 1 month of preparation. They have the micro cloud kitchen. So what is the impact for mom? If you take a look at the sales for a month, 26 days or 50 pack per day, $2 per meal, mom can gain profit for approximately $520 per month, which is very good for Indonesian economy. What is our integrated ecosystem to support foodpreneurs? We give them access to the market because it is a very low investment cost and it saves time to go into the market. We also give them mentoring. For improving the business, we also have the learning system management, which is an online education for cooking and also to change the mom from a stay-at-home mom into a businesswoman. We are going to have a weekly basis mom talk so that they can switch from an ordinary mom into a businesswoman. So if you take a look at the market size in Jakarta, the needs of meals per month is approximately 360 million meals. So if you take only 10% of the SOM with 0.25%, $0.25 profit per transaction, we can get approximately $1.5 million per month. So this is our business model and goal image. We have the front end and also the back end. For the front end, we have e-commerce and also delivery. We are going to get 10% of the transaction fee. For back end, we get a lot of things that we can raise for the revenue. For example, we can have the education, which is also called MomLearn. MomLearn is a paid online cooking lesson. We also would like to have micro job search. So MomWork, at the end, our goal is to be the one-stop place for a mom to find a work. So this is our application. And then this is our YouTube channel. We also have a weekly conversation on a weekly basis. And this is the impact for SDGs. We would like to lower the poverty number, zero hunger, and then good health and well-being for the children. We would like to give a quality education for the children and also gender equality for the women. This is our KPI merchant. We have at the moment 10 food merchants after curation. We have more actually, but we are having 10, the ready one. Mom Kitchen at the moment, we have 2 Mom Kitchen ready. And then we are also collaborating with mom community, with food community, and also women community to raise the awareness about mom work. So this is our indirect competitor. We have GrabFood, GoFood, Hungry, and also Yummy Kitchen and Everplate. But in my opinion, they are not our direct competitor because MomWork will create vendor and then we put it on their platform. So this is more to partner to us. Why now? Because at the moment we have 60% of the population that only pantry and creating new habits. So if compared with the usual business, this is a very automated process, low investment cost, and then easy self onboarding. So with our team at the moment, we are trying to create she economy to close the gender gap for women entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Holly. Thank you so much for your nice presentation. The time is very good. And as usual, first, I want to give first chance to our representative community to give question. First is Pak Ivan as representative from investor sides, and then next Pak Christian is the second to give question as representative from mentors and corporation investor. And then after both of them, I will give a chance to audience to ask question. And of course, I give the slot for Pauli also to give a question. And for the audience, please prepare your question. You can chat in the chat room and I will read it. Or later, after that, you can open mic to ask question to the presenter. Now, the first is Pak Ivan to ask the question. Thank you, Pak.
Okay, thank you, Paidi. Hi, Holly. I think you have a very noble business idea doing this business, helping women and especially mothers to use whatever hidden skills they might have to actually monetize it. How long have you been doing this?
So for the first initial, we started on August 2020, but we launched it on December 22 on Mother's Day last year.
Okay. So what makes you think that this is going to be a great business? Not just a running business, but it is going to be a great business where you can actually really, truly help those women and increase their welfare and life's quality, improve their life's quality. So what makes you think like that?
Well, because in my opinion, as a mom, I know very well the condition, to become a mom, we have to take care of everything. But deep down inside our heart, we also would like to do something to help, the family financially. So I believe that many moms out there also have the same feeling like me. So I would like to, empower them. I would like to share my passion to do business also with them, because I believe that when we are, holding hands together, we can do something much bigger instead of doing it by myself. So because I believe that when the economy is rising, because the women can earn more money, I believe that in the future, our human resource development also will increase. That is one of my goals.
All right. Now, how do these moms find you, or how do you find these moms who uh, wish to participate in this venture of yours?
First of all, we have, like a YouTube channel, which is running like on a weekly basis. In that, weekly basis, mom talk. Usually, I give something like this, like in partner. I give some lesson, and then after that, at the end, we explain a little bit about mom work. So that is one way to, to give a brand awareness to all of the moms out there. And also, we also have, we have the Instagram. Through the Instagram, we also have that kind of communication with moms. I think that that is two of the most powerful thing besides the community-based thing. I got so many friends from the community, for example, like mom community and also mom and baby community. Those kind of community help me a lot by, introducing MomWork to their community. So instead of doing it alone using the social media, we also doing it on a, community base.
Okay. Tell me a little bit, basically, it's evidence or a proof that this whole concept works. I mean, let's say if you have educated them, teach them something, some skills for them to basically prepare or cook good food that people want to eat them or buy them. Uh, Tell me a little bit about how the whole thing works, basically, or how 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 can these women feel helped, so to speak, by joining your business, your venture?
Okay, so at the moment, because the number is only 2 mom kitchen at the moment, so we are progressing to build the mom kitchen at their home. So I'm on a daily basis talking to them on WhatsApp, and then also I have a home visit to their house. And then we are trying to have intense communication about their pain, about what do they want with their life, and then by having that kind of relation, I can have more trust from them. So by doing that, I believe that when I give them some education, they will listen to what we say, because they know that we are trying to help them from their previous condition.
Okay, Holly. Looking at how much effort you have to actually do to help these moms, how do you think you're going to basically scale your business in the future? Because how much of work and labor force you would probably need to do all this education for, let's say, if you have hundreds of mothers joining your ventures. I mean, how do you think you're going to manage that?
Okay, because this is our first 2 mom kitchen, so I'm doing that to find out, to gain more understanding about their, their condition. But later on, we are going to have, everything as online, because we have our app as well. So everything will be, an automatic one. So they are going to join us, and then they are going to submit all the application, and then we are going to have somebody to survey their house. That's only like that. And then after that, we are going to have everything online. We are not going to have another home visit unless until they are signed they sign the contract. So basically, we are going to have the training only for teaching them how to cook the food according to our standard operation procedure.
Okay, but I'm not so
Later on
competitive with learning, basically learning to cook online, because how can you taste or how can you smell, things if you do everything online? Because when you do cooking, you actually need to taste it, whether it's too salty, whether it's too sweet, whether it smells good or whether it smells burnt. How can you do that when you do everything online?
Okay, for the product, it's a ready to cook product, so they don't have to think about is it too sweet, is it too salty, or like that, because it's a ready to cook one. So all they have to do just, for example, if they have the noodle, they have to just dip it into the boiling water for 65 seconds, and then after that lift it up, giving all the for example, the we have the package for the seasoning, and then after that put it on the bento lunchbox, and then give the vegetables like that only for the plating. So actually, it's not that difficult. It's more like a franchise one, but this is in a lower scheme.
Okay, all right. So you decide the menu basically. It's not like whatever they want, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. So we have the food brand. We have the food brand as well. So all they have to do is just order the ingredients from us, and then we deliver it to them. All they have to do is just cook the one they have at home.
So the recipe is from you. The secret recipe is still yours. It's not there.
Yes.
All right, Paidi. Thanks so much. Maybe.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ivan. And now I give the chance to Pak Christian. Pak Christian, do you have any question? Pak Christian.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
Pak.
fine.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you. Very interesting idea, business idea, Oli. Very interesting business, because in the area of food, many people going in the food business also. I think the competition is very tough. Yeah, although you grow in the matrix that you are going to B2B, but still, I think the food business is, because it's very attractive. Many people are going into that business also. I just want maybe to ask you one thing about, have you anticipate something that you will concern as the most the risk that the most that can make you fail? Do you anticipate one thing or anything that can make that your business model doesn't work?
Yeah. First of all, we anticipate the food poisoning, because in the food industry, we know very well that the difference of temperature also will affect not only the taste, but also it will become a poison in our body. So to anticipate that one, we are going to have all the mom kitchen, we call it mom kitchen, have the certificate of hygiene. So we really would like to train them well to know how to deal with all the food, how to thaw, how to fry it, not to have contamination with the garbage, something like that. So we are going to prepare the mom kitchen educationally, carefully, so that they know that what they're dealing is very, very highly and then very dangerous, because it also can affect somebody's health. And then second one, probably complain about the hygiene. So we are going before we start the mom kitchen, we are having all the place cleaned by another party from us. So it will be clean, and then we are going to disinfect the place. So there will be no, for example, flies or anything around the area. So we make sure that there will be no flies and other animals around the area.
Yeah, I think that's true. The things that you have to anticipate, because as far as I know, in the food business, standardization is very important. How you standardize the hygiene, the quality, the taste, consistent taste. Yeah, maybe you need to explore more how can you standardize the products and to the end user. Education is one thing, but do you think do you have another mechanism or the way you can standardize your product offerings to the customer?
Yes, we are going to have person in charge for those mom in the area. So this mom, we call it the person in charge. The person in charge will come to the mom kitchen's house for the first 1 month. She will come 2 times per week to check on the taste, and then to see whether they're following our standard or not. So that is one way to make them following our standard.
So you mean a curation process, yeah?
Yes, basically more like that.
So you curated all the moms in your curated the food, curated the how they the hygiene in their kitchen.
Yes, we if the kitchen is not that proper, we are going to clean it and then make it standard according to our standard.
Yeah, you need to think about the scalability, and doing that things if you want to have millions of moms, and you need to anticipate how you can doing that standardization process. Yeah?
Yeah.
The other thing I think is the continuity, the challenge of continuity of this business, because as you said before, mom, maybe they do it in the spare time, or they do it because of the economic situation, but they are not maybe a full-time working woman. So the question of continuity of the business, when the business is going further, you need to ensure to secure the supply from the moms, right? So how do you anticipate the continuity of the business when you are working with moms at home?
So basically, when we are accepting the all the application, we also will see their condition. Not only because we receive so many applications, we accept every one of them. So we are going to check out first whether they suit or not with our criteria or not.
Okay. So I think from me that 2 points is very important: how you standardize and how you make the continuity of the business, and then it will relate you to how you scale up your business. If you can make the streamlined process for standardization and for continuity of the business, then you can scale up the business. Thank you, Holly. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Christian.
Okay, thank you, Pak Christian, for your question. And now I give time to Pauli to ask. You can open your mic, Pauli, You can ask. Oh.
Hey, my question is, what is your biggest challenge right now? That's all.
Okay. So my biggest challenge right now is actually we really would like to start the scaling up, but as you can see that the regulation in Indonesia also require us to have the food sanitation certificate. So that kind of certificate, it takes probably in the website it said like only 8 days, but in the real life it takes more than 8 days. So this is our biggest challenge, because I'm afraid that when we submit all the documents, the government will prolong the to give us the certificate. And also before to get that certificate, the government said that we have to have a lecture from them, but the lecture is not going to be delivered if the number of the applicants is only a few. So they need to gather until several people gathered, and then they will give the lecture. Everything will be done on a free basis, but this is our biggest challenge, how to get the the hygiene certificate in a faster way, because in order to scale up we need that certificate, but from the government it takes like a little bit time to receive that hygiene certificate.
Who can help you with that?
Because it's from the Ministry of Health. I think we have to talk to the Ministry of Health, how to have this flow going on faster, instead of waiting until several people gather and then they give the lecture. I really would like to talk to the Ministry of Health about this, so that we can proceed in a faster way, instead of waiting like this.
Is this a problem that only exists now, or is this something that if you were to just prepare, you wouldn't have to worry about the time?
Well, the problem is, exists now. In our opinion, because I checked to several, community for this kind of, food service industry. They all said that if you want to do it only 1 or 2, stores is selling something, it's okay not to have the food sanitary certificate. But if you would like to make it like, scaling it up, you have to have it. Otherwise, you might have something from the government. They all say like that.
Right. So does that depend on how many products you sell?
No, for all restaurant and organization who would like to sell food and beverage, they have to have this. Even in Japan, when I open up the restaurant over there, it's basically the same procedure. But people in Indonesia never have this, never have this kind of process done. But I would like to make it, according to the law. I would like to make it neat, so that when something goes wrong, I'm not going to be held responsible for that, because we have all the necessary documents.
Right. Okay. Well, it sounds like someone's got to find a way to get in touch with the minister.
Yeah. Maybe next week we are going to have, I will come to the Ministry of Health to talk about this, so that they will know that we are trying to, follow the regulation, and then would like to ask some help from them for, make it a little bit faster.
Right. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Mr. Polly.
Okay, thank you, Polly. And now I give the community to ask question, and already in the chat box. I will read it for you. It is from Payudi. Payudi ask strategy marketing MomWork that already yang sudah dilakukan dan yang akan dilakukan. Bisa dijawab?
Should I answer it in Indonesian or in English?
Indonesia. Ini orang Indonesia asli soalnya yang nanya.
Ya, kalau untuk marketing, karena kita kan ada dua ya, untuk marketingnya untuk marketing mencari mom kitchen-nya atau mencari end customer-nya. Karena untuk sekarang kita memang masih baru B2B-nya, jadi untuk mencari para mom kitchen-nya ini. Jadi kita masih belum ke arah B2C, kita masih B2B, kita mencari mom kitchen-nya. Jadi marketing yang kita lakukan adalah dengan membuat acara di seperti hari ini, kita tadi siang jam 4 itu ada acara Mom Talk namanya. Jadi kita setiap Jumat jam 4 itu biasanya ngadain acara edukasi buat para mom. Hari ini kita ngajarin gimana caranya untuk bisa bikin laporan keuangan tapi pakai WhatsApp, hasilnya bisa jadi dengan Excel gitu. Jadi kita nggak perlu susah-susah buka laptop, kita tinggal masukin semuanya lewat WhatsApp, nanti jadi laporannya. Nah kayak gitu-gitu. Nah di akhir acara biasanya kita akan kasih sedikit video dan juga informasi gitu mengenai MomWork itu. Kemudian bagi yang mau bergabung di dalam MomWork menjadi Mom Kitchen itu kita juga memberikan kesempatan sehingga bagi mereka yang mulai baru pertama kali dengar gitu, oh apa sih MomWork itu gitu, dia mulai akan mendapatkan sedikit pencerahan mengenai MomWork. Nah jadi kita ngadain acara seperti itu, kemudian juga kita juga ada lewat Instagram sih biasanya. Jadi kalau lewat Instagram itu biasanya kita coba bikin konten di mana mengajak mereka, jadi biar mereka kepo gitu, kepengen tahu. Jadi kita suruh mereka kasih jawaban bagi yang tertarik gitu ya kan. Nah jadi so far sih yang kita lakukan seperti itu. Nah kemudian selain dari digital konten seperti itu, kita juga biasanya masuk ke community. Jadi contohnya misalnya ada women's community, ada juga parenting community. Biasanya kita akan kerjasama dengan para pemilik community ini. Jadi kita bilang sama mereka kalau misalnya kita kerjasama nanti dapat Mom Kitchen, kita akan ada share ke mereka juga. Jadi mereka kita jadikan sebagai lead marketing gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya ada Mom Kitchen yang datang dari komunitas mereka karena mereka udah ceritain mengenai kita akan kasih mereka success fee gitu. Jadi salah satu cara untuk kita bergerak di komunitas seperti itu juga.
Okay. Thank you. And next is Margaret. Can you elaborate more why you convinced that GrabFood or GoFood is not your competitor? How many food variant now? Answer in English.
In English?
You can answer in English. This from Margaret.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in my opinion, GrabFood or GoFood is not our main competitor because basically we are providing the vendor for them. We are putting our vendor in their platform. So it's not head to head with them because we are providing the vendor to GrabFood and GoFood. But on the food itself, yes, probably it will be our competitor, but we also have a different, food variety from the one in the GrabFood or GoFood. So basically, we believe that we have our own target market.
Okay. So any other question from members? I'm still waiting, but if there is no question from all the members, maybe I can give a chance to Pak Ivan. Pak Ivan, you have any more question, Pak?
Yes, Eddie. I've been trying to listen to all the explanation that Oli is giving. Basically, I mean, because this is a fairly new business to me, and you have just started with a couple of mothers, basically, for the past couple of months, just to see whether it's going to work or not. So my other concern is, how do you think you're going to sell the product when it comes to, I'm not talking about marketing, but I'm talking about how you're actually going into the market, because I mean, everybody needs to eat, but there are a lot of millions of options of food that we can actually eat or buy and eat basically. So how do you think uh, uh, that your way or your strategy, your going into market strategy is going to work? This is what I'm trying to basically understand, and I'm a little bit puzzled on that, because I know that you are trying to promote, with the social media and all that, but how do you know that this is going to work? This is going to sell? There will be a massive demand for this product that these mothers are making. Maybe you can try to, explain a little bit on that.
Mhm. Okay, so when we curate the food merchant, we also decide to have only the food merchant which is more than 2 years in experience. So we are not going to have a brand new product. By doing that, we know that their product is sellable in the market. So number two, we are going to have a promotion. Promotion is, for example, like doing because at the moment I also join in the moms community for we call it KOL. I don't know what that stands for, but it's like most of the brand will ask influencer, and then they will post the picture in the Instagram feed, and then trying to convince other people about the product they're trying to sell. So by doing that, I got so many experience when doing that, when the product is being influenced by the nano influencer, most of the people try to start to find out what kind of product is that, because even my daughter also, my friend always talk about this product, why don't we try to buy it? That's because of a nano influencer only. So we would like to start with the nano influencer. So when this nano influencer try to promote our product, people who follow them, they will start to notice, and then they will try the product itself.
Okay, Holly, give me examples what these products are actually.
In for the food merchant.
Yeah.
Okay. We have one is the bakmi asoy, and then second we have bakmi lihai. Then we have it's a chicken brand. We call it a koke koko. And then we also have.
Is that chicken nuggets?
Koke koko is they have several. They have chicken katsu. They have not chicken nuggets. It's more like Japanese product, but in a lower price. It's for medium customer one.
What's the price range?
The price range around 25.
For the noodles as well?
Yes.
So it's about $15 or sorry, $1.5, right? So $1.5 right? US dollars. Okay.
$3.
So you're selling noodles.
1.775.
Okay. You're selling noodles and you're selling fried chicken. Is that correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, because the other possibilities is, why don't you try to sell these products through all these convenience stores that we have everywhere, like Indomart or Alphamart, because there are many of them. These are like 7-Eleven or Circle K in other countries, but in Indonesia, of course, I've seen it at least in the island of Java itself. Even to the smallest villages, we have Indomart and we have Alphamart. They're everywhere. If you can actually market these products there and they're selling food anyway, maybe that's even better to reach out to the wider potential market. But the question is certainly whether or not you are capable to also meet the demand once the product is basically accepted by the customers, right? That they like, but then you gotta say, oh, we're running out of stock, so we cannot deliver. Yeah, that would be another problem. But have you thought about that?
Well, to be honest, I searched, some information because I went everywhere from Family Mart to Lawson, Indomart, Alfamart to search for
Yeah.
price for their product. But actually, their product is very, very cheap. It costs probably less than 20. So when I take a look at the price, maybe we can have that kind of product. We can adjust the content of our food, but we probably have to change a little bit of the ingredients as well to adjust to the price in Indomart and Alfamart.
Yeah, of course. I mean, because the thing is, it's not important what you personally like, but what is important is what the mass market likes, right? Because you want to do business. You not just want to do it, for the sake of your own, pleasure that you want to eat whatever food you like, right? So, for example, in Indomart, I think they sell the cheap version of Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? I mean, fried chicken also, but I think at Kentucky you pay for, if I'm not mistaken, about $2.50 for a piece of either chicken breast or chicken, thighs. Whereas if you go for this cheap version of fried chicken, then you only pay maybe even uh, less than $1. Of course, the chicken is smaller, but the taste is not that bad. I mean, I've tried them and they're okay. I mean, it's not Kentucky, but and it's not Kentucky, but it's edible. It's edible. Yeah. So, what do you think about that? I mean, would that be another possibility or an option for you?
Yes, that's another great strategy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because from this morning we just talked to our food vendor as well. They mentioned already that they have the low cost product, which is the price is only 10 until 15,000 rupiah. And then I was so surprised because he's making the katsu using tempeh. So it's I mean, like, what, using tempeh? That's another good idea because usually katsu is always chicken, but this time the katsu is katsu tempeh, then and the price is quite lower. And then when I saw the product, it's quite good. So I think yes, that could be another great strategy to scale up faster.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, I mean, this is just my suggestion because, the majority of the people here, when we talk about the minimum wage in here, at least in Java, ranges from, I think, $200 to $500 a month. So if you target these type of people, layer of people, how much do you think they would probably spend on a meal? One-time meal. Let's say if you just make $200 a month, you would probably not spend, $2 even just for one sitting, one meal, one sitting, right? Because that is just too much. Maybe you can afford to do that once a week, but not every day, not on daily basis. So that means you need to, lower the price. Yeah. But then, of course, when you talk about, as you said, other possibility of different raw materials, yeah, tofu or soy, was that soy tempeh, right? So, but then again, I mean, I'm not an expert on that. If you can somehow match the taste that is similar to that, maybe that would be great. But of course, I mean, you don't want to eat tempeh all the time or tofu all the time because it's still different. It's not meat, right?
Yeah.
And people say, okay, tofu and soy is just poor people's food, and you don't want to eat soy and tofu every day, and then you will be branded. I mean, if you cannot
Indonesia is
afford to
quite
buy
different.
meat, right?
In Japan, tempeh is considered something very, very,
I know.
expensive. And so they also think that tempeh is, a healthy food from Indonesia. While in Indonesia, we never think that tempeh is a good thing. People always think that if you're eating tempeh, you are from a lower class. Well, in Japan,
Well,
when we have to buy tempeh, it's very expensive.
We have a participant here from Papua, Farah. I mean, I don't know how often Farah eats tempeh in Papua. We can check with her. Maybe because I know, in some of islands, seafood is much cheaper than chicken or than tofu or tempeh.
Yeah.
So because you need to think of wider market, mass market, because you want to make great business, not just a niche business. You're not opening up a fine dining restaurant, right? So I think it is important, if you want to do a mass market, then you also need to find the right channel for you to basically sell the product and reach to the mass market, right? So yeah, Paidi, that would be for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ivan. That is a very amazing suggestion from you.
Okay. I give time for Pak Christian. If you have any question, Pak Christian.
Yeah, Paidi, thank you. Just a very simple question. Because Pak Ivan have a very good and challenging question. I think for me it's just a very simple question. I want to know, Holly, do you like to cook?
Yes.
Do you like cooking very much?
Yes, I cook every day, and I won in several cooking competitions.
Okay, that's very good. Because when you love something to in your daily life, is a good sign for your business, because you will be very enthusiastic to do your business. Yeah, I think as Pak Ivan said before, in your presentation you look very much for the supply side, from the mom. I think you need to also look more to the customer side, to know more, because you're doing for specific product or specific market segment. Then maybe you can look more on the customer side. Thank you, Paidi. Thank you, Holly. Good luck.
Thank you, Pak Christian.
Okay, if I may comment, I think what Pak Christian said is very important, because again, I mean, as a startup particularly, you need to focus on marketing and selling your product, making sure that it sells well, making sure that there are people who are willing to pay for the product that you have. Because no matter how great the product you have, if there's nobody who wants to pay for it, then you don't have a business, right? And remember, I mean, for you to be able to cook is certainly great, but in order for you to be a successful F&B entrepreneur, you don't have to be a cook. I mean, but still you can be successful as long as you know how to do great
The
business.
business. Yes.
Yeah. So not all chefs are good entrepreneurs, so but if you can partner with a good chef and do great business with them, you will certainly be successful. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yes, yes.
back to you,
Thank you.
Patty.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ivan. Thank you, Pak Christian. And I still give a chance to all the members to ask question. Hey, come on. I must point one.
I would like to hear comments from Farah from Papua.
Yes. Farah, Olivia. Farah, Olivia.
Hi. I'm sorry because I'm currently multitasking, so that's why I off my camera. But thank you, Mrs. Holly, for your pitch. I mean, it's your works on MomWorks really incredible, and I really like your idea, and I really like how you deliver your pitch. And yeah, actually, I'm curious about one thing, but I don't know if it's relevant. Maybe based on your experience, have you ever pivoting your business or anything, and what kind of challenge you face, and yeah, what makes you reevaluate and upgrading your business or startup? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So basically, your question is based from my experience, not this one, right? Okay. Before having this this new startup, we are having another we call it startup as well in Koda Pangan. It's also in food and beverage, but our aim is to bring Indonesian product to another country, and our target market at that time is Japan. So we open our store. The first store is in Japan, in Tokyo. But after the first month, then the COVID arrived. So we have to close the store for almost like 1 month. And then after that, the border closed. We cannot go there anymore. So we have to cancel all the, we have to cancel all the plan, because at first we almost opened another 2 stores. There are so many, several people contacting us already. They would like to open the same store. But because of the condition, we have to, I have to pivot to another business. That's why we started, MomWork as a separate entity. And then me and my husband tried to think about, okay, if the condition is like this in Indonesia, what can we do to help the mom? That's why we start with the brand new thing as MomWork. Thank you.
Okay.
I like
thank
that
you.
Farah asked that questions. You hit the right button, Farah. So, I mean, Holly, how many business have you done before, or businesses?
Quite a
Or
lot.
startups?
Before the opening the restaurant in Japan, we also have the construction, the developing business, building houses and then resell it again. So if we have a piece of land, we divide it into several piece of land, and then we build houses and then sell it again. We have that kind of business as well.
Okay, so you were in real estate business.
Yes, before, yeah, in Indonesia, yes. But when I was in Japan, we also run another business too.
Okay. Well, my question is simply, it's not that I don't, care for all the other businesses that you have, but let's say if you have started 10 business and you failed 10 times, that's okay. That means you've learned a lot, so if you have started just one business, I mean, how much do you think experience you've had, right? But if you already had 10 business before and you failed 10 times, maybe your 11th business will be a success. So don't worry about that. And again, F&B, food, is always tricky because I said food business is very easy to start, but it's very difficult to maintain, especially to measure whether it's going to be sustainable or not. Why is that? How do you measure sustainability of a food business? When the customer comes back, right? And buy again, that means they like it. But you never know when they will come back. They can come back in 1 week, but they can come back in 1 month, or even maybe in 1 year, right? So you never know. So it's very difficult to measure, right? So if you do real estate business, it's a completely different issue. I'm also consulting a real estate company. I mean, before they used to sell properties to investors, people who buy properties just to sell it again or to rent it or whatever, but not to really, people who actually want to live there, right? But now they've changed because it's not possible to do investment in properties anymore so much, especially in Indonesia, because of tax issue. The moment you have the second or third properties, the government will hit you with huge tax, so it's not attractive anymore to do that, right? Because they want to actually target people who do not have houses to actually be able to buy houses, right? Now back to your F&B business. You said, in Japan, which is such a great experience. If I ask you, when you go overseas, how many Indonesian restaurants have you seen that are very packed and successful? I honestly hardly seen any, But how many Chinese restaurants or Thai restaurants or Japanese restaurants, right, have been so successful overseas? There are plenty of them, even in Indonesia, right? We've seen like a sushi restaurants where people are lining up, because they want to eat sushi. Or we've seen like Italian restaurants, or even Taco Bell. People are lining up just to eat tacos. Come on, right? But how come, the other way around doesn't work? Now, Farah, people in Jakarta start, promoting the style of preparing food from Papua, like say sapi, things like that. It's not really like the taste, but also the way you prepare it, with the hot, rocks, right? Stones, hot stones and all that, right? So it's the experience of eating that kind of food, what people are actually looking for. So it's not so much about the food itself, but also the experience of, eating the food or consuming it, right? So, I mean, Holly, I think this is something for you to think about, right? I mean, because you are selling food in whichever mean, online or offline, through a restaurant or to a stores, whatever. This is something that you need to think about. What am I going to sell? Is it just a product? Is it just food for people to just to fill themselves up when they're hungry? Or more of an experience of eating the food, right? Just today, I saw on TV this morning a successful startups owned by Rahmat Gobel's daughter selling hampers. But in that hampers, inside is just like I don't know what they call it, nasi something, nasi in a small, like nasi bakar kind of thing, wrap up in
Nasi kucing.
banana leaves, yeah, something like that, but nicely packed, and they make it hamper out of that, so, and they say they're selling huge amount of that, especially during Ramadan, because you know uh, people use it to 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 give other people as gifts. Yeah, so not just about the food itself, but also the packaging, right? The the look of it, right? Sometimes you eat good food, but it doesn't look so good. It's like, okay, what is this? If you eat banh mi, it looks like banh mi is on in the bowl. So it tastes good. And some don't or not so good. Yeah. So, but they still look almost similar in the bowl. But can you just like make banh mi that does not look like banh mi or something like that? We have the Italians have the spaghetti ice, right? Ice cream that looks like spaghetti. So again, I mean, these are the things that you can probably explore because you need to be different, right? If we just sell food that other people are selling, it does not make you interesting, right? And like I said, you need to focus on selling the product, not really so much on just making them, right? Yeah. All right, Eddie, I've been talking too much again. Sorry about that.
It's okay, Pak Ivan. It's good to have you here. Always help us. And once again, this is maybe this is the last question, yeah, from Marco Huncher, and but I think the guy is already left. But yeah, I will read it. Hi Holly, wish you all the best with your interesting plan. One tip: plan how to secure the daily operation from a quality, consistency, price, and for all hygiene perspective. Think about what the consumer wants and can afford, especially for scalable concepts. Yeah. Uh, okay. I think the time is finished. We all
One question.
Oh, yes.
Question Pak Edi from Marco. One question for Marco.
Already read. Already.
Not a question, but
Yeah.
Some komentar.
Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Thank you all community member that participate in Q&A session, and I hope we all learned something in this Startup Huddle Jakarta event. Now, before we end this event, I want to ask to Ms. Holly, what can we as a community do to help you? Maybe you can tell us what do you want from us?
Well, basically from this community, I really need your advice because we to become our coach as well. Because I believe when we are doing something, there will be a blind spot where we cannot see it. So we really need your advice. If there's something that you want to tell us, please let us know. Hopefully that we can also work hand in hand with this community so that we can help, other moms as well to build the she economy, to close the gender gap for women entrepreneurs.
Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you once again for your explanation, Bu Holly. and community can help Bu Holly. And again, thank you so much for all, and also to Pak Ivan and Pak Christian and Polly and Bu Holly and all the community members. Okay, for final announcements, next week we have upcoming event in our startup community. There will be graduation day, batch 1 from Impact Nut program named Startup 2.0, and this is open for public. We will inform in our social media. Please follow our IG and check the news in Impactner SBS WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay. On that, we will wrap up Startup Huddle. And for the wrap up, maybe before we close the Startup Huddle session, for the last statement from Pak Ivan and Pak Christian, do you have words for us, Pak Ivan and Pak Christian? Pak Ivan first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Paidi. I think I've said pretty much everything, but yes, Holly, I mean, I must say that, again, I mean, your idea is noble, it's great, but the road is not going to be smooth, right? So it's going to be very bumpy, especially in that particular sector that you are in, simply because there's a lot of competitors, direct or indirect competitors. And don't be afraid of failing, but keep trying. Yeah. Actually, because of the pandemic, I've seen a lot of new businesses rising, especially businesses that are done via social media and all that, because people are staying home, people are scared of eating out, so they want to eat at home, so they just have their food delivered. This is actually the time for you to test the market, to validate your product. Yeah, don't wait too long. And as you said, every business needs at least one mentor, and you need to have, also a mentor for yourself. To, I would say not a mentor, but maybe a coach. Yeah, whom you can actually ask questions, whatever. He or she may not be able to answer all, but he or she might probably help you further with, further network or whatever you need, right? But don't be afraid, don't be shy. Ask for help from experts you think that or you could also ask friends and families who could possibly help you further. Yeah. So the more support you get, the more likely you will be successful. Yeah. So, and I believe that. But you have to believe in yourself as well. Yeah. Because I say, believe in yourself and you can do the unbelievable things. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ivan and Pak Christian.
Yeah, thank you, Paidi. Thank you, Holly, for your pitch and the very interesting business idea. I think you have a good foundation for your startup journey. You have previous experience in business. You did various business before, and you love to cook. You're still young and have a lot of energy to do this, because business journey is not a smooth journey. As Pak Ivan says, you will face many challenges, for sure. But especially in this food business, yeah, It's a very attractive business, but yet challenging because so many people doing this food business. Yeah? You need to very carefully to define your business, to differentiate from others, to know your customer. That's I think a very challenging one because so many food business, so many people doing this kind of business. But the potential is there. Always interesting. Food business is always an interesting business. So good luck for you. Anything that I can support, I will be happy to support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Christian.
Okay, thank you once again, Pak Christian, Pak Ivan, and thank you, Holly, for your presentation in this Startup Huddle. And okay, it is time to photo. Okay, it's time to photo.
Okay.
Photo session.
There, guys, please open your camera. We have to photo, take screenshot.
Oh, kalau foto yang ini langsung dulu.
Okay, 1 minute, guys.
Gini ya, enggak ya?
Okay, we have impactner style like this. Salam entrepreneurship. Oke, Pak Yudi, Pak Roland, Pak Gunawan, could you open your camera?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so
See you
much.
then. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good luck ya.
Thank you, Pak Edi. Iya.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Yosan. Thank you, Pak Ivan.
Thank you, Pak Ramil.
Dadah.
Thank you, Pak Roland.
Thank you.
Oke. Oke, sudahan ya.
Sudahan ya. Ya, thank you. Ya. Sudah. Ya. Yuk izin live Bapak Ibu.
Oke, baik. Saya izin